All right, everyone jump back onto this one. All right, back at it. Sorry. Yeah, it's Comcast. That's another reason I'm leaving this, leaving downstairs here. It sucks. It sucks bad. Sorry about that. Renee Salazar. There we go. Can you hear me? Can I hear me? There we go. Can you hear me? Can I hear me? Okay. Okay. All right. We're back at it. How is everyone? I think I'm a little delayed here. Thanks. Thanks, Misty. You like my new t-shirt? It's pretty interesting. Tricks a lot. Sir Tricks a lot. Sir Tricks a lot. You have a podcast? The Trickleson Podcast. What goes on that channel? Or what goes on your podcast? What do you guys talk about? Yeah, be nice to each other. Heidi Merchant. Yeah, it's Comcast. I talk shit about them all the time, and I think they cut me off when I'm doing important stuff, like streaming to you. You know, I just think that's... I'm not a conspiracy theorist until it comes to Comcast. Thank you, Kate. Thank you very much. How many people got in here now? Oh, only 52 people. A minute ago, we had like 98. I hope everyone catches on that we switched over to this one. Stumptown Coffee, best coffee in Portland. I would agree with that. It's family-friendly programming. Trick lessons. I gotcha. I'll fix the hair and branding. There you go. It's on iTunes, and I imagine all that. Trick lessons. Trick lessons. I'm going to have to look that up. Fun fact, Christmas song, Walk In the Winter Wonderland, was written in Honesdale, PD. You are correct. There's a lot of cool things that came out of... It's not my only option. So I don't know if any of you guys are from Houston, but I did that video and I said, because I used to work for Comcast, and in the video I said that in Houston, was a lot of times the only option people have are is Comcast. And I said a lot of times, I forget my exact wording, but basically I said most of the time it's people's only option, meaning either they live in an apartment building that only, hey, thank you, Mr. Incredible. I appreciate that. Always appreciate that. So I had said that people, you know, that's their only option, meaning maybe their apartment building only gets Comcast, or maybe they live in an area that's only serviced by Comcast. Then there's a lot of people that Comcast is the fastest, and maybe they're a gamer, and that's all they could do is Comcast. AT&T might be there, but it's not. But anyway, I said most of the residents, their only option. I don't know how many people bypass the thing where I said most and just go straight to, we have all kinds of options besides Comcast. We have AT. It's like, okay, just stop typing. Stop typing never does get old. Yeah, I got paid well while I was there. I was the idiot that sold you stuff when you called in, and that was it was a really good job until they slashed the commission, and so I lost like 25% of my income which isn't cool. When you're at a job you hate and you feel bad about doing, it's one thing if they're paying you well. But as soon as they quit paying me as much to be an asshole, I couldn't do it anymore. So I left. Sorry about my language. Well, okay, so to be honest, as far as speeds go and everything like that, Xfinity is going to be the fastest over AT&T. Just cable internet most of the time is the fastest. Now, if you live in an area where AT&T is now putting fiber throughout everywhere and including in your house, then it might be faster. But most of the time, they say it's a fiber line, but they run it through the wires in your house that are old phone lines and can only go so fast. So that's the problem. Actually, I'm planning on doing U-Haul. I'm going to do like New York and some of the bigger cities that people are leaving and where they're going. Not a lot of people are leaving Illinois, I don't think. I forget. Shellman, how is Optimum? I don't know much about them. Yeah, Atlanta's growing big. I actually talked to a real estate agent down there. I'm going to get her information in one of my videos. She's really nice and she seems like a really pleasant girl. And I'm going to, I hate using the word pimp out her business, but I'm going to shout out her business on one of my videos coming up. I'm going to do something about Atlanta soon. If I'm missing anything, I'm trying to keep up with everything to answer any relevant questions. I can't keep up. There's a lot of people in here right now. I'm actually going to dinner tonight with a couple that met in high school, and I was friends with both of them. Actually, they kind of were in different groups of people in high school, and then somewhere around our senior year, they kind of got together, and they've been together since. 2 kids, a grandkid. They've been together forever, but we're meeting for dinner. I haven't seen them in a very, very long time. I've heard of Grants Pass. I know a lot about Grants Pass. Yeah, you know, Aaron, honestly, I'd actually, for a while there, I thought about Grants Pass when I moved to Oregon, and then I just started looking at the statistics of the place and decided to keep on going north. And I had family up here in Portland anyway. Thanks, Heidi. Vancouver is, where did that go? It said it's rated. It snows in Vancouver. It snows in Vancouver. It snows here in Oregon too, but not, you know, some years we'll get big time snow and then sometimes we won't. I mean, the last 2 years we had a good amount of snow. The year before that we had 1 or 2 dustings, nothing big, and then I think we had 2 years of big snow, 2 years of dusting, and then like 5 years ago we had a giant storm that shut down the whole town. Vancouver, Washington is what I'm talking about. I'm actually going to go up to Vancouver, BC next year too, do a video about that place. I'm actually going to start traveling more to do videos and I'm still going to have these, the top 10 list. That's the key to this channel, but I'm also going to start filtering in some travel videos too with it. See how you guys like it. Yeah, it's, you know, sometimes we do get it. It'll be a couple years in a row, but it doesn't happen every single year. You're right. State College, PA. Zeno's. I got to go there again. That was a good time. I had a good time there. Is Portlandia very popular? Yeah, you know, we've kind of forgotten about it. It was big in the beginning. What's funny is my wife a couple years ago, we were at a restaurant and she was ordering chicken and she goes, can you tell me a little something about the chicken? And the girl went right into that little spiel from that one episode. Well, the chicken's name is Martha, and shows a picture. But anyway, her name was Martha. She was raised on a farm, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, we kind of moved past it. It's no longer a thing like it used to be. We don't get upset when you talk about it, but, you know, I mean, people don't get into it as much. South High Spartan. My wife is a South High Spartan. Do Lompoc. I've been through Lompoc. There's not a lot going on there. 83. Okay, so you're a couple years older than me. And my wife was probably in 6th grade when you were there, when you graduated. So, yeah, she's a little bit younger than me. LA or Chicago? You know, it depends. Oh, Bob, Bishop Montgomery. What year? Let's see if you get that right. There you go. Yeah, there's a prison in Lompoc. Not to move to Oklahoma. That's coming up soon. Nebraska and Oklahoma are my next two. Well, I'm doing Delaware reasons to move there. Then I'm going to do those two. And then we're going to move on to something else, which will be best and worst small towns in each state. Corey Proctor. Oh, God. Massachusetts is nice. I mean, I think he's retired now. One of my sergeants I first got in the Army always talked great about Boston, Massachusetts, and I think he became a police officer after he got out of the military in Boston. But yeah, he said the most incredible thing one time. I was talking about something, and I think I said something stupid, and he looks at me with, "Get out of my face before I smack it." I was like, that's ingenious. That doesn't even make any sense, but okay, get out of my face before I smack it. I'm just looking at him going, are you going to smack your own face, or will you be smacking my face? Where are we going with this? So get the fuck away from me, Briggs. No Starbucks in Massachusetts? I think that's right. I think I did one of them, and I found out that it's like heavy Dunkin' Donuts only. Corn and big girls. What's wrong with big girls? I like my women like my beer, dark, thick, and loaded with alcohol. Wait, your name is actually Briggs. Yes, my name is actually Briggs. Oh, they do? Okay. Yeah, it's mostly Dunkin'. I remember hearing that. It's like, 90% Dunkin' and occasional Starbucks here or there. Up here in Oregon, we got like 20 of them. We got Starbucks. That's not even really the big one here. The big one is, I'd say, Dutch Brothers. That's just wrong, Aaron. His wife was born in 83. Ah. Arkansas is like Oregon and South, really? God, I'm so bummed that thing did that to me earlier. We had a good roll going. There was something that before the internet went down, there was something I was going to start talking about. Totally forgot it now. Just gone. Hey, the Bishop Montgomery graduate, I know you're up here. Did I miss what year you graduated? It's scrolling too fast for me. It's like I'm like watching the stock market here with the chat right now. Okay, what time is it? I gotta be out of here at 7, so that's like 40 minutes away. So I gotta get ready. I only got about 20 more minutes of this. Bishop Montgomery Knights. My sister, my cousin, they all went there. I actually went to St. James. And in 8th grade, they sent a letter to Bishop Montgomery. It said, "Mr. Briggs is not Bishop Montgomery material," because I was a dick. Dutch Bros is good. Vermont is like the Wyoming of the East. Is that what it is? I love Vermont. I actually love Pennsylvania. A lot of people get into Pennsylvania. I do. They don't know what they're missing. He's a bleeding heart. Who's a bleeding heart ultra conservative? So who wants to hear something political right now? Just I'm putting it out there ahead of time. Okay, so I get a lot of comments. I had enough people say, yeah, go ahead. So, okay, sorry. This is going to be kind of mellow. I'm not giving an opinion on anything, really. My opinion is on the whole atmosphere of it. I get so many comments about liberals this and conservatives that in the comments of my videos. And I got to tell you, a lot of them are really negative. And what a lot of people don't understand, and I think we've lost as a country, is we're on the same team. And I think our politicians have separated us, made the other side the enemy, where there used to be, oh, those damn liberals, it was always something like, oh, those damn Republicans. And it was always something like that and something mellow. But now there is truly hate for the other side. In reality, if you think about it, a liberal and a conservative aren't terribly different. They want the same things. They want to be happy. They want their country to run. And when you hate the other side and think that they're stupid, now I kind of lean libertarian. I don't think there's anything wrong with how a conservative lives their life or how they vote. That's how they want their things to be. That's how they want their life to go. I'm not smart enough, and I don't have all the answers. So how do I know the way they're voting and the way they want things isn't the right answer? How do I know I'm not completely wrong? And I just think it's kind of arrogant and kind of rude to sit there and tell someone they're stupid by the way they voted. You vote how you see fit, and we'll see what happens. You don't hate the other person. It just doesn't make sense to me sometimes. I get upset by it because being military, I see the country as a whole. I see it as one team, and we're supposed to be one team. And when we're divided down the middle and everyone hates each other because of the way they frickin' voted, I think it weakens the country. That's just the way I see it. And I'm sorry if anyone doesn't agree with me, but that's just the way I see it. I think there's no need for it. And if you're so conservative or you're so liberal and you want this country to be your way and stuff like that, you got to accept the other people's points of views. And besides, if everyone thought just conservative or just liberal, this whole country would fall apart. You have to have differing ideas, or it just becomes Germany in the late 30s. We know how all that turned out, right? It's just have tolerance for, I'm not talking race or sex or anything like that. Just you should just have tolerance for other people's points of views and realize you don't have all the answers, just like everyone else doesn't have all the answers, me included. Actually, I have very few answers. Okay, so that's all I had to say about that. California is falling apart, but, it's a lot of states are. That's the thing. When you get thrust into the military and you get guys from Arkansas and California and all that, and you put together, you have to learn how to work together, and you have to realize that they have their points of view and you have yours, and you don't hate them because of it, and you don't dislike them. I have several friends from the military who live in D.C., and they're hardcore conservative, and, that's not my thing, but they don't hassle me about my shit, and I don't hassle them about their shit. We have respect for each other as people. And we understand we have difference of opinions. That's how we all should treat each other. But that's just my little rant. I'm sorry. What's a libertarian? A libertarian is kind of, technically, they just don't want the government in their shit. They want to be able to do what they want as long as they're not hurting other people. They want to be able to do what they want, which, I don't know, that's just kind of how I lean. What is a borough? A borough is a... well, thank you, Dregs. A borough, it's like a little town, little town. Sometimes it's, I don't know what the difference or how it is. I think it's just a title, because I know there's certain neighborhoods that are a borough, and then there's little towns that are called a borough. So I don't know. I am not a racist. I would be a very horrible racist. I'd probably be thrown out of the club, because in my life I've dated a mixed, half black, half white girl. I've dated a Jewish girl. My wife's Mexican. My best friend is black. You know, I mean, I'd just be thrown out of the club if there is a club. So I can't be one, I guess. So funny story. I told this story on here before, but it is the funniest thing I've ever been involved in. And it has a racial tone, but it's funny in the end. So I used to coach hockey, and I had a little kid named Josh on my team. His mom was white and dad was a lawyer in California, and he's African-American. And Josh was like 9 or 10, and he comes up and he's all, "Hey, coach, I won't be here next week." And I'm, "Oh, okay, Josh, where are you going?" He's all, "I'm going to a Klan meeting in Idaho." And I see his mom spin around, like, just, oh my God. She comes walking over real quick. She's all, "Josh, honey, that's a joke your father made. You're going to my family reunion." Hysterical. But anyway, that was one that I was never so uncomfortable and laughed so hard in my life. It killed me. But yeah, that's I think Josh has got to be like 20, 25 now, but fucking hysterical. Sorry about my language. Culver City's nice. My niece lived there for a long time. Burrow is a small ass. I get it. Ohio is humid. It does get humid. Not like the South, though, but it does have some time. It's where it gets pretty humid during the summer. I've been to Seattle. Been to Seattle quite often. Actually, my wife wants to go up there next week or two. So there's this place in Southern California. All you people from Southern California, you'll understand the love for this. It's called Der Wiener Schnitzel. They have the world's best chili cheese dogs. I could power down 8 of those. I'll feel guilty afterwards, and I'll feel like a freaking loser. But I have no problem powering down 8 of these hot dogs. They don't have them up here. The only one they do have in the Pacific Northwest is in Seattle. Whenever I go there, I have to bring a bunch home in the 2-hour ride home in the car, 2.5 hours. I have to bring home like 20 of them so people need them. Oh, I love Der Wiener Schnitzel. It's the greatest. Donna Beach Boulevard. There you go. I grew up on Sapphire and PCH. The one I used to go to, they had one on Torrance Boulevard in Anza. I used to go to that one all the time. Now it's like a Chinese food place. Blockbuster is in Bend. Yeah, but you know, anytime you get near water and it gets hot, you're going to have some humidity. Well, when he was a chef, he did a lot of different restaurants in LA. I was young when he was actually the chef, and then when he opened up his catering business and his restaurants, that's he really wasn't a chef then. He was basically a restaurant owner. But he did a lot of really nicer restaurants in LA, and I can't even tell you any of them right now. Don't remember. I was a kid when he was doing that. When I was about 6th grade, I think we opened up our first restaurant, and he was a caterer and a restaurant guy. So yeah, and it wasn't even really high-end food when we opened up restaurants. My grandmother owned a hamburger restaurant, and he opened up one and then opened up like 3 of them, and then he sold all of them. In-N-Out is great. In-N-Out, yeah, my family, you know, kept a roof over our head. I liked our burgers, but In-N-Out's was better, I have to admit. I ordered it online. I have a link in some of my videos. You can go to my Teespring thing and get them there. They're only like $24. I also have one. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but Kansas has a law about shooting rabbits from motorboats. So I made a T-shirt that said "Motorboat rabbit murder is not a crime." I thought it was funny, so I ordered one of those shirts. Oh, yeah. You go from Kansas to LA, you culture shock. Anza and Torrance Boulevard. Carl's Jr., yeah. So, yeah, you know, the Anza and Torrance Boulevard, the Carl's, and then I think it used to be a gas station, but it was something else. But there's a teepee-shaped building behind Carl's going towards the hospital. That's where the Der Wiener Schnitzel was. It was amazing. I used to eat there every day at lunch just about. You know what, Aaron? Portland is good for single people. I would say so, yes. It's a very popular place with young people. Not as much as, say, it was 5 or 6 years ago, but it's still a solid place for younger people, especially with all the colleges. Downtown Portland, well, not downtown, but in the downtown area, you have Portland State, University of Portland, you have Lewis and Clark, you have Reed College, and there's a lot of colleges there, so it's good to be young here. Well, yeah, Vaughn's across the street. You know what I'm talking about.